Good evening, everybody. Stephen from Poutineville. I want to start off by thanking you all for donating to this wonderful cause, the Montreal Gazette Christmas Fund. I need to thank a couple of people that helped me put this together. Dave Trentadue from Trentadue Entertainment. I got to thank our comics, Derek Seguin, Joey Elias. Without them, this wouldn't have been possible. We've had the pleasure of having them in our restaurant a number of times throughout the summer, and hopefully one day soon we'll be able to get back to having live comedy and not basically an empty restaurant with a couple of my patrons that decided never to fucking leave after the last show in September. So sit back, enjoy it all, have a laugh, have a drink, whatever your beverage of choice is, and just, enjoy the comedy. I want to thank Poutineville for sponsoring this. Much appreciated. So let's have some fun, everybody. We all need to laugh, especially what the hell's going on and all this crap. Enjoy yourselves, and thank you once again for your kind donations. Take care. Enjoy the evening.
Hi friends, my name is Samara O'Gorman. I'm a Montreal actress, writer, journalist, and mental health advocate. And if you're watching this right now, it means you donated a sum of money to the Montreal Gazette Christmas Fund. So thank you for that. I mean, despite everything, this is still the season of giving back, of generosity, and above all, kindness, which is why I'm here tonight. No, I'm not an up-and-coming comedian. In June of this year, I actually launched a campaign called Your Local Samaritan, where I teach others the importance of kindness and generosity in our day-to-day lives, and I also interview other local Samaritans that are charitable to their community and give back in a good light. So as you're sitting on your favorite sofa tonight, perhaps indulging in your favorite snack, I want you to think, what does kindness mean to you? To me, kindness can change the world. It's about empathy and being aware of your surroundings and other people's feelings, the environment, just really selfishly enriching the lives of others without hoping for anything in return. Especially with winter on the way, you have to take your mental health very seriously and be there for your community, be there for those around you. Call someone you haven't talked to in a while. Ask them how you're doing. I bet you anything they'll do the same thing tomorrow. And the cycle will continue because kindness is contagious and it's free. It's the best thing in the world. So with that being said, I have one last thing to recite. It's a quote from one of my favorite authors, Charles Dickens, Father Christmas himself. It's not only suitable for tonight for the virtual comedy show, but kind of like this year as a whole. So it goes like this. It is a fair, even-handed, noble adjustment of things, that while there is infection in disease and sorrow, there is nothing in the world so irresistibly contagious as laughter and good humor. So I'll leave you with that. Remember to practice one act of kindness today, and it will continue to circulate for years and years to come because small acts turn into big change. Thank you guys, happy holidays, and enjoy the show. You're in for a treat.
Okay, people, it's time to start this incredible show. I'm going to start off, as you could see, I'm wearing my Pan Derek t-shirt, which I watched his last it was a Zoom YouTube show. So let's put your hands together, even though it's all virtual, for the one, the only, Mr. Derek Seguin.
All right, we did it. Here I am. Let's go. Live from an empty Poutineville. Hey, hello, yeah, for charity, skull fucking for charity. I was told we didn't have to keep it clean. The cause is good and noble and kind, so I will be vulgar and shitty and awful. It's where the heart is. It's where the heart is. But welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us live here from Vaudreuil, the ghost town. We are in the midst. We have a crew, and we have some. These guys are still waiting for their first CERB check to pay their bill, apparently. It's coming. Don't worry. Today, we're finding out, all this week we found out about the Quebec government shutting down. As you may have seen, I am the spokesperson for the message of last week. This week they didn't consult me on the complete shutdown of the province, just so you know. But keep your spirits up. Things are going to be okay. People are getting vaccinated. And we'll see how that goes. See how many third testicles people grow. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know what they put in the vaccine. It could be testicles. I don't know. I'm actually going tomorrow. This is not even comedy yet. The comedy will start. Don't worry. This is for a good cause, so we will be telling jokes. But I'm going tomorrow to get tested. I already did the test to see if I have COVID. But not tomorrow, I'm going to see if I ever have had COVID. They have this test. You have to pay $200 for it, which, probably be nicer if I gave the $200 to the cause at hand. But no, I'm going to go find out if I've already had the fucking thing so I can stop being so stressed. I feel like I had it in January. Let's go. But shut up. That's not COVID. See, I'm a smoker. I smoke, and that is a smoker's cough, which is one of the big things. We've all noticed changes in society since COVID started, right? But one of them, as a smoker, I've always coughed in public. And then I just tell them, don't worry, no, I'm not sick. I just have a smoker's cough. And people are always like, oh, Derek, you should quit smoking. It's 2020. Nobody smokes anymore. Make better health choices. And now when I cough, I tell people I'm a smoker. They're always like, oh, phew, thank God. We can't catch his terrible life decisions. That's good. But so tomorrow I'm going to find out if I've ever had it. They have an antibodies test that I'm going to do tomorrow. Stay tuned. I will Instagram it or whatever to let you know if I have previously survived it, which would be surprising. I'm in very, very terrible physical health. If I've had it already, then maybe it isn't as bad as they say. No, I'm kidding. Stay home. Fucking wash your hands. It's tabarnak. We need to get back out telling dick jokes. God, this... Sitting here telling jokes to these 4 idiots. Not that they're idiots. This guy's gonna. The camera guys are not idiots because they can fucking focus the camera right up my nostril and make me look like gross. But so tomorrow is that test. But last week I went to do a test with my daughter because my daughter, somebody at her school had it, and they said so she was paranoid. So I said, "Baby, I'll go with you. Solidarité, right? I'll do the test with you, and it'll be fine. You'll see it's not so scary." And we get there, and this was my mistake. I told the guy. So the guys doing the test, they have infirmière, a nurse doing the test, but they also, because there's so many tests that have to be done, they're using like Ambulance Saint-Jean guys, the fucking paramedic guys. So he was like a road hard guy. He's seen it all, like fucking motorcycle guys whose heads fly off because they hit a pole or whatever. This guy's seen some shit. So I walk in and I'm like, why are you here? And I'm like, because my daughter was in contact maybe with somebody with COVID. And he's like, what about you? And I'm like, I'm just here to support my daughter. I want to show her that it's not as scary as her friend made it sound. And I don't know, he felt I gave him like a fucking clin d'oeil or something like that. Like telling him, yeah, you know those half-person dummies that you learn CPR with, SC? That we all drop our balls on their head when we're taking that class because that's just the fun of it because it's a fake person. He thought I said, treat me like that. Like, act like I'm a fucking mannequin on the floor that you could take a dump on my chest or something. Because he's like, okay, yeah, we'll really show her that this isn't a big deal. So, he put me like 10 feet across and he take like a fucking bow and arrow to garnotte this fucking Q-tip down my throat. He's like, and spinning. He's in there like this fucking, looking at my daughter the whole time. Oh, yeah, look at that. Just a little bit of gag reflex. I'm like, fucking, she's like, yeah, if you tickle the uvula, sometimes they throw up. Fucking, I'm like, oh, man. Then he take it out of my mouth and fire it so far up my nose. And then I'm like, ugh. And he's like, see, yeah, if I poke this way, his right eye will twitch. Look at that. If I go this way, his ear bleeds. The whole time looking at my daughter like, oh, yeah, isn't this it's nothing. Then he just leave it there. He's fucking got it in this deep in my fucking face. Walk away. He just let it go. He's like, you see how his eye's twitching? That's totally normal. That's because I put it in extra far. And then, oh, yeah, a little bit of tears. That's no problem. Then he flicked the fucking Q-tip. He's like, look at that. Katow. I'm like, ugh. Somehow it's in my nose, but I'm gagging. And she's just like sitting there. She's like, listen, buddy, you better not try any of this shit with me. This little 12-year-old girl is fucking intimidating the guy. Anyway, it wasn't pleasant. Comedy for one person isn't as fun as you might think. So that's the COVID test. But I lived through it. It's fine. If you're worried at all, go get them done. At least in the South Shore, I had no problem getting the test, and 24 hours later, I had the result. If you're scared before you lick your mom, go go get a COVID test. Not that we lick our moms. But is it gonna change? Like, are we still gonna do the two-cheek kiss after this? Right? We're Quebecois. That's the only thing we had that set us aside. We have to keep the two-cheek kiss. All right. Oh man, I'm kind of jealous of you right now. All right. I've got to spend a lot of time with my children. If you have children, all the isolation times, they keep closing the school. Again, now we're closing the school tomorrow. That's it. We've got an extra week with the fucking kids through the holidays. I don't know how this, seriously, like we're gonna lower the fucking COVID transmission by 0.01%, increase parent suicidal thoughts by 87%. Having to spend time with these fucking soul-sucking, greedy little cunts. I know my kids won't be watching this because you have to donate money to watch this, and they're so cheap. This is not even a joke yet. This just happened right here on my way here before supper. My daughter worked at Tim Horton. So cute, right? First job, so nice. It's the first Christmas she's ever had a job. And she looked at me, she says, Dad, I hope you know I'm not going to be able to buy any Christmas presents this year. This year? What do you mean this year? This is the first time you've ever had any money of your own, you little shit. She's like, yeah, no, I'm trying to save my money. Wait a minute, that's what we all do. I save my money all year round to fucking buy you Christmas presents, you asshole. This is the first time you actually have money. You gotta buy me a fucking Christmas present. She's like, no, I got those Secret Santas to do at school. So wait a minute, what you're telling me, you little fucking bitch, is that you're gonna buy these fucking snot-nosed cunts that you hang out with skateboard accessories, but you can't buy your dad a card and a fucking bottle of wine? Or maybe she can't, she's only 14. But whatever, buy me something. I've totally lost the spirit of Christmas because I just want a goddamn present now. I'm trying to save my money to buy myself something more. Like, fuck off. I've lost it. I've lost the spirit of Christmas. I'm realizing this as I'm speaking. And no wonder she's such a bitch. I'm a terrible father. This is going great. And I think I got resentful. I babied them too much. They're a spoiled kid. But I always thought they were a pretty good kid. They're a good kid. Let's see, right? They do good in school. Right, 14, that's pretty ambitious that she even got a job. They're a good-looking kid. They're smart. They're polite. Their friend, parent always tell me how polite my kid are, which is super nice to hear because with me, they're so shitty. But I always thought deep down, I guess I have a pretty good kid. I'm pretty lucky. I shouldn't complain. As you can see, that has changed. That policy has changed ever since Greta Thunberg came on the scene. Greta Thunberg, tabarnak, the 16-year-old girl trying to save the planet. My kids are fucking garbage. Are you kidding me? This girl, my kid can't even find the dishwasher. Can't even buy their father a birthday card. My birthday was 3 days ago. I've been sad ever since. No birthday card. Plus, my girlfriend just opened a card business. My girlfriend makes cards. They could have stolen a card out of Angela's fucking depot of fucking cards that we're all sick of seeing and hearing about. No, they just don't care about me. I'm going to teach them. I'm going to continue smoking and drinking, and they're going to be sorry when I die a very young man. So dark. Charity! I never thought I would say this either. I miss going to Toronto. I miss being able to travel through the country to do show. Toronto used to be like, Toronto. But now I even miss Toronto. That's how bad thing I've gotten. I miss going there because Toronto is 6 hours away. Even if there's an emergency at home, no one will expect me to come home. Jamie has cut off her finger. Yeah, but I'm in Toronto. I can't. What good is it going to do? By the time I get there, I'm sure the finger will be reattached. So Toronto is a good distance away. But Toronto, this is the last time I was there, was probably in April, I think right before we got totally shut down. And you realize I've been going there for 35 years, and I finally put my finger on what it is. Toronto is different from Montreal because the people as a collective just have a different attitude about life. Just look at the traffic jam in Toronto. No matter what, since I was a kid, they've been adding lanes to the fucking 401 going through Toronto. To now, there's like 76 fucking lane going through Toronto. And no matter what time you go, there's traffic. Always traffic. Asti, Toronto, you can't. Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, fucking full traffic in all 76 lanes. Puis viens pas me dire they're going to church, these fucking cunts. No way. It's just traffic because Toronto, as a collective people, each individual person is so self-obsessed that they're fucking constantly changing lane to try to fucking save 1 second, and that's fucking create havoc. That's my theory. And then they have 76 lane, but they have the nerve to call half of the lane express. Express, va chier express, unless express mean the opposite of what it mean in French. There's nothing express about tabarnak. All the lane are stop all the time. They fucking express. And then they'll put a sign saying, hey, tune in to AM 590 for a traffic update. We don't need an update. We're always stopped. See, I've been here so long, I can see who printed the fucking poster. See the little sign. If anything, when you go through that zone, your radio should be forced onto AM 590, and the guy come on the radio every 30 seconds. He just come on and say, okay, listen, traffic people, we're going to try to fix this. All right, I'm going to count to 3. And when I say go, everybody fucking hit the gas. That's how we're gonna solve this traffic jam. And he's like, 1, 2, no, fuck, get back in your car, Toyota Corolla, sacrément. You're fucking this up. It's been a long pandemic, everybody. It's been hard to write material. I have some mask jokes that I'm tired of doing on all my Zoom shows. This is my life. My mask jokes that I'm doing on my Zoom shows. I remember when it was due 45 minutes. By the time the show's finished, I'm already kind of drunk that I can barely remember the jokes I just said. And then you go and you do coke off a homeless person's tits. Ah, so good. Why am I doing this? This is for a good cause. Why am I making it sound like I'm worse than I actually am? Which I'm already very bad. Anyway, back to Toronto. Remember that? It's what happens when there's no laughter to interrupt my thought process. Thank you, Stephen, for trying. Stephen's trying to laugh. Doesn't help either that the cameraman number 1 looks very furious. He's like, I thought they told me I was coming to film a TED Talk. What the fuck is this garbage? This guy didn't fucking invent the vaccine for COVID. This is bullshit. Atska. So yeah, Toronto is that way. Toronto, you know Toronto is obsessed with them. Even their wildlife ends up being self-obsessed. I was there in February one time, and they don't get as much snow as us, but come on, they still get snow. But that's the wildlife even decide that I don't have to be like the other places. Like everywhere else in Canada, the geese go south for the winter. In Toronto, they're like, no, fuck you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna stay here and live in this park. Fuck you. I don't identify as a goose. I'm a weird duck. I don't care. I'm just gonna shit on this golf course all winter. I just like that I don't identify joke. It's really funny for me. Also wanted to do some older jokes. Like I said, it was my birthday. I'm now 48-year-old. And let me tell you, everybody, every single year of the 40s is shit. Every year, right in the week of my birthday, a new shit thing has happened, mostly to my body. My body just wants to tell me, hey, Asti, you're not talking the spring chicken anymore. Like the smoke, I smoke, like I said, smoke has started hurting my eyes. I'm a smoker. I'm the one generating the smoke. Everyone for 47 years, people were complaining, it's so smoky, fuck you, deal with it. Now my own eyeballs have said, I don't like smokers. That was 48. The whole 40s are shit. As soon as I turned 40, I knew it was garbage, right? My whole 39 year, I could feel it. My body was gurgling. It was going like, ugh, this is gonna suck. And I was depressed. And everybody's got those optimist friends, right? That are like, hey, no, direct 40, it's the new 30. Just fuck, it's gonna be great. And I was like, oh, well, I guess the old 30 really sucks shit. because this sucks. Immediately, when I turned 40, as a beautiful welcome to a new decade bonus, I grew this fucking beden, right? That's why I only wear black t-shirts now. Oh, I also have dandruff in my beard. That's a fucking beautiful thing for 48. I don't know when my face started getting pellicule. They don't call it head and shoulders and everything in between. It's just head and shoulders. I just came up with that right now. It may need some work, but that was pretty funny. Everything in between head and shoulders? Nope. Fucking TED Talk guy is not buying any of this shit. He is like, the white balance is fine. That's my job. Fuck you. Don't talk to me. And I'm blocking the sign with the stupid this. I'll move this. I don't want to move that. I'm going to unplug something. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I've lost all my fucking stand-up comedy skills in 9 months. But I did. I grew this beden. When I turned 40, I grew this beden. And I have a comedian body. So a lot of guys grow beden, but my comedian body said, you know what would be hilarious on the one beden? If we give him a second beden, a little mini beden to give him 3D beden action. I was like, yeah, this is great. My doctor said the little one's an umbilical hernia. Pretty sure it's just my body fucking with me. I'm like a butterball turkey that's always ready. I have to push in this little fucking badonk, and then I fart. It's like it's like the stupidest whoopee cushion doll you ever bought. All right. Then for my 42nd birthday, though, my body was starting to say, okay, the joke is over because now he's too top heavy. He's too front heavy. We went too far with the beden. We're going to have to balance him out so he don't fall on his face all the time. So my body decided to grow me a second ass on my back. I grew a fucking back ass. It's like my back looked at my old ass and said, whoa, tabarnak, that thing's going to fall off. We better grow him a backup ass on his back. Just keep it right here under his armpit. That's too. It's not funny. If the second ass grow a hole, I'm going to have to shit lying down. It's ridiculous. For now, I just wear my belt in between the two asses and fucking hope for the best. Then I also started dating. I broke up with my wife at 39. So at 40, I'm dating now. For the first time in my life, I'm dating. First time in 15 years anyway. So now I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know how to date. And I start Googling shit. Like, what does people even do? So at 40-year-old, I tackled my first ever manscape because that's what I saw on the internet. They said we're supposed to do now. I keep looking at this skeleton like it's a thing. Yeah, at least it looks like they're smiling. When you remove all the skin from your face, everybody looks pretty smiley. It's pretty nice. Thank you, buddy. It's a really good. Moving right along. I hope Joey bombs as hard as I'm bombing. That's such a terrible team spirit, but I do. We can edit that out, right? We're taping it, and that's just. Oh, there was a technical difficulty. Please stand by. Put a little Indian up there. Whatever, not an Indian. Put a Washington football team up there or something. I forget what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. My first manscape. My first ever manscape. That's right. I'm digging into the deep fucking archives of jokes because COVID has made me clean out my crawl space. My first ever manscape. I had never manscaped before. I got married in the 90s. In the 90s, men, we didn't groom our balls. When we took off our underwear in the 90s, we were looking for this sound. It was like, yeah, we fucking nice, fluffy, soft, slippery snake nest, whatever. Just that big, like you took your comb out of your hair to fluff it up even more. Yeah, it's like Michael Jackson from the 70s that my penis lives in. All right, it's too graphic. It's too graphic, Derek. Too graphic. But I did my first ever manscape, but I only had a razor to do it, so I only got one side done, because as soon as I put the razor in my left hand, realized that I am very, very right-handed. I did not want to put a razor blade in this loser hand, so I just left it. My first manscape was a black and white cookie manscape. I just fucking gave it was like right down the middle. It was like yin and yang. Gave her options too. She could be aggressive on this side and then just take a nap on the cushy side. It was lovely. Because that's the thing. Like I said, I started dating at 40 and ended up with a girlfriend. I'm now 48. I've had the same girlfriend. I was married for 15 years. 15-year marriage. Then I broke up and I went on one date. And now that girl has been my girlfriend for the last 8 years. Like a fucking idiot. I got into a monogamous relationship after 15 years of marriage. That's ridiculous. I should have fucked everybody in Poutineville right now, including these skeletons. I will just fuck everything. But no, I did it like an idiot. Yeah, Joey, even you did numbers. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game, buddy. Try something new. You're tall. All right. But no, I didn't. I fucking 15 year of marriage. It's like they released me from prison, and I fucking started digging a tunnel back into the prison because I missed the gruel or something. And this is how she got me. It's because she's from Newfoundland. She's from Newfoundland, and they are a tricky people. I don't know if you know any Newfoundlander. They are a tricky, drinky people. We went on our first date, and I was having so much fun. I was so excited and nervous. I hadn't been on a date in 15 years, so we're laughing all the way through dinner and drinking. It's so fun. I'm laughing mostly because I can't understand what the fuck she's saying. She's just like, yeah, bye, hobbly, hibbly, hoo. I'm like, holy fuck. It's like having dinner with a drunk leprechaun. So entertaining. Then at the end of the date, we kiss on the lips. Listen, these are my first new lips in 15 years. I was so excited. I felt a tingle all over my body. I'm like, oh my God, this is so nice. Her lips were so soft and moist and not full of hate, which was a really nice change after 15 years of marriage. So right there, I'm like, oh my God, I want to see you again. And then that's where it happened. We had our first overnight date, and that's where I fucking blew it. I just said, I want to be your boyfriend now. Because on our first overnight date, we had sex 6 times. 6 times! Now I know, some of you are saying, that sounds great. No, 6 times is way too many times. It's too many times. The skin of a penis is very thin skin. It's very thin. That's a lot of friction in one night. But I'm coming out of 15 years of marriage where we could hardly ever had sex at all, right? Like even when she got pregnant with our 3rd kid, I was like, what do you mean you're pregnant? See, I don't even remember the last time we both showered on the same day, tabarnak. How the fuck, did I masturbate on the wrong side of the bed? How did you get pregnant? See, stop changing the garbage in my fucking office. There's too much DNA in there. The whole office is full of DNA. You go into my office with a black light, you will burn your eyeballs out. I thought she had maybe typed a letter on my laptop, and that's how she got pregnant. Yeah, those are not fucking, that's not a stucco ceiling in my office. That's just people sneaking up on me right at the wrong time. Fuck. For those of you at home wondering, the stucco on the ceiling, it's my jizz. I take my jizz, throw it up there. For charity. It's for charity. I throw jizz at the ceiling for charity. The Gazette Christmas Fund is proudly presenting Derek Seguin's Jizz Stalactites. I don't think this is ever going to get on the air. All to say, though, to now have a girl on our first date with that much libido was very appealing to me. I'm like, oh my God, 6th time. And I have to be honest, listen, the first time, I hadn't had sex in like 6 months. I was not super performant on the first time, right? The first time she tried too hard to. She wore like a super sexy fucking déshabillé, like lingerie, super sexy, and it was too much. My dick and my fucking feelings were too excited. I think she walked by and just grazed my dick, and I was like, oh, sorry about that. I don't know what the return policy is at La Senza, but I never want to see that again. You could just throw it on the ceiling in my office if you want. I don't know what to do with that. So I wasn't great the first time, so I owed her. The second time, I was glad to do the second time, and I think I was pretty good. The second time, I focused more, right? I concentrated harder, and I lasted the appropriate amount of time, which is 8 minutes, as we all know, 8 minutes. Everybody should be able to get their shit together in 8 minutes. I'm not what am I, a marathon runner? No, I smoke. See, 8 minutes is as much as I can do. So after 8 minutes, it was beautiful too. We arrived together, if you know what I mean. I don't know why I've decided to make that particular line innuendo after putting fucking jizz on the ceiling. But we both came at the same time. Let's just say it. We came at the same time, therefore we don't need the gilmets. I don't know why I even put those up. I'm very confused, everybody. So we came at the same time. It was a beautiful moment. I tenderly kiss her on the mouth and then gently roll off of her like we do, right? I gently roll off as we do, right, guys? And then I head into the washroom. Gentlemen, we know that's what we do. You finish, you go into the washroom to tidy yourself up a little bit, right? Just in case oral gets put back on the fucking table at some point. You want to make sure it's all spickety-span. And ladies, what I mean, ladies, here's some insight to the man's world secret. Okay, I guess that camera's not working anymore. Just put his hand in front of the lens. Do you guys need a timeout? you don't want to miss this. This is the best shit. Fucking TED Talk guy. He's like, that's it. I'm shutting her down. We're not even going to film the rest of this. This is garbage. Get some talking in the camera, too. He's much more enthusiastic anyway. No, I'm good. Thank you. It's become very casual here down at the old Poutineville camera emporium. So like I said, so what I meant by going in and tidying up ladies, what I meant, if you didn't know, what we do, we go into the washroom, right, guys? We go into the washroom and grab your makeup face cloth and just fucking scrub a dub with the nice démaquillant cream already on there, so we're moisturizing and cleaning at the same time. And then we give one good swipe up the butt just to make sure, just in case a finger finds its way in there. We want that fresh too. And then we fold it up and put it right back next to your démaquillant, right where you like it. And that, ladies, is how you get pink eye so often. Okay. Secrets revealed for charity. So now, this is going as great as I thought it was going to. So after I've just had 2 orgasms, though, in the span of like 15 minutes. I'm walking out there feeling pretty viril. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a stud. And she's like, let's go again. And I'm like, all right, baby, if you think you can. That was my first mistake right there. Already at number 3, I should have shown her something shiny to distract her. Because the third time wasn't nearly as fun as the second time. The third time, we're doing it, and I'm like, at 8 minutes, I'm like, what the fuck? There's a hockey game starting soon. I'm like, see, why isn't this finishing? Usually, like to not come, you have to think of like your grandmother or baseball or whatever to try to stop. Fuck, I'm hitting the 13-minute mark. Now I'm like trying to visualize her friends licking my asshole to try to get there. I'm like, come on, tabarnak! I'm pointing my toes, but I dislocate my baby toe on my left foot. It's all ka-chunk. See, I look like I have arthritis now. Excuse me. Trying, I get to like 70 minutes. I'm like, Lola, tabarouette, see, why won't it finish? Now I'm sweating all over my body. I'm covered in sweat. I'm exerting way too much energy. I'm wet from head to toe. Even my knee pit was sweating. See, I didn't even know there was sweat gland back there. I'm drenched from head to toe, except the one place on my body that is desiring moisture at this point, which is inside my mouth, which somehow has become the desert. See, I'm sweating. I'm trying to catch drips of sweat off my fucking forehead. Snow. I'm fucking like this. Just dust in my mouth. 18 minutes. Fuck. Finally, I finished. This time, I don't gently or tenderly anything. I dismount her like a rodeo bull and calisse mon camp into the bathroom, drinking straight out of the robinet. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. And then finally, I catch my breath, whatever. And then I take a new face cloth because that one's nasty. I don't want to touch that one anymore. Take a new face cloth, tidy up. But now I catch my breath. I'm like, come on, 3 times in 1 hour. At 40-year-old, I'm like, t'es un animal. I'm high-five myself in the mirror. I walk back in. I'm like, hey, baby, can you even walk? And she's like, let's go again. I was like, oh, God, why? No, what do you mean? You don't want to go get a sandwich first or something? God, it's too much. And then I think I fainted during that one. I remember the fifth time I was like, mais là, ça suffit, you're just being mean now. Now you're just a sadist. What's wrong with you? 5 times. Like, you've seen my equipment. They're just little balls. How much do you want them to produce in one day? See, there's nothing left in there but fucking nut dust. I have testicular cobwebs in the basement of my dick shaft. Well, I'm adding words to try to spruce it up, Joey. It's not working. The no people are not laughing harder. New words. Dick shaft. I think I just made that up. Call Merriam-Webster. Pretty sure. The basement of the dick shaft, a.k.a. the truth. Okay, sorry. The 6th time, I was like, ben là, ça suffit, I can't. Right? The 6th time, I'm like, I could die. This could be the death. Like, maybe this is how I go. The last one, I think every man should have at least one spermatozoid left in their body, and she's going to extract it from me, and I'm going to turn to fucking ash, like in the Avengers Endgame, whatever. I just fucking, oh, God, somebody made a wish. And I turned to ash because my last sperm came out of me. Again, this is all made up, hoping that it's going to be funny. Judging by TED Talk master here, it's not good. Maybe if I just stick my actual cock into the skeleton's mouth, that would be hilarious. So the sixth time I was like, I think I have two choices here. Either I could run away, right? But as we established, I have no cardio and a very fat beden, so I don't do a lot of running. Running was immediately out as an option. So I was left with my last option, which was, in my mind, to fake a stroke. I had no, because it never occurred to me to say no. Men don't say no to sex. We can't, I don't know if it's instinct, we can't say no to sex. Right? And part of it is because we're afraid. We're afraid of women. We are afraid of women when it comes to things like that they could use to emasculate us later, right? Or fuck us over later. You say no to a woman one time, check bank, 30 years down the road. You say no tonight, she's like, oh, okay, that's fine, sweetheart. 30 years down the road, though, you get home back from the cardiologist or whatever, be like, oh my God, chérie, the cardiologist say, if we don't have sex 3 to 4 times a week, I could have a heart attack any day now. And that's when she'll be like, oh, really? Well, you probably should have thought of that back in 2020, shouldn't you have, fuckface, when you said no? Because now, these are my titties. I'm going to keep these titties for myself. And you just walk away. And this is the throwing saggy tits over your shoulder. All right, you don't have to love it. That's fine. Gravity affects everybody differently. So I ended up doing it. I did it the 6th time. I'm like, all right, let's do it. And we're doing it. And she's still full enthusiastic about the whole thing, right? She's doing it. And we're doing it in my favorite position, which I don't need to share with you, but I will anyway because it's super fun. We're doing it from behind, right? You know when you're doing it from behind and then the girl or the boy, whatever, grow up. It's 2020, everybody. Whoever it is you're fucking from behind. When they reach back and give your balls a little ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. It's so thoughtful. I'm like, these guys are hanging around all the time. Most of the time, they're ignored by everybody. So it's really nice when somebody reach back there and say, hey, and then maybe a finger slip in your asshole by mistake. By mistake, it's an accident or whatever. And then it just becomes the weirdest game of Thumb Wars you've ever played. Once a finger has touched your asshole, you're always kind of trying to catch it back like fucking, hey, I'm going to fucking get you back. Sneaky. All right, hopefully people are rolling in the aisles at home because everybody at Poutineville is like, this is gross. There's food close to our fucking face right now. Please stop talking about fingers in your bum. Must be just me. So normally when you reach back to reach for my balls, that's the kind of, it's not the real sound it would make, but it's more of a like, you know, like you're jiggling them. But I've had sex so many times now that my balls have now just fucking raptis to little, not even raisin. You know, like my ball sack usually have a good hang to it. Now they're fucking, it's empty. It's sad. My ball sack now look like, you know when you have a party for the kids, right? You have a birthday party for the kid and somehow one of the balloon got smushed behind the sofa and you don't find it for like 4 months and then you pull out the sofa to vacuum or whatever and this sad fucking ratatsni thing full of static cling and dust bunnies. That's what my ball sack now look like. So she reaches back there, and it was more of like a rung, rung. She was strumming my balls and going like, you like it, eh, Derek? You like it when I play with your balls? And now I'm just trying to reciprocate her enthusiasm, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, I like it so much. Trying to think of the first thing that come to mind that I could say that's sexy. And I'm like, oh yeah, I love it. And look at that, Angela. Oh yeah, I always wondered what the inside of my penis looked like. Look at that. Now I fucked all the skin off. I can see all the veins and everything. This is exciting. Then we're doing it. I'm like, oh my God, look, I'm going to come. A cloud of smoke came out of my dick. A cloud of smoke. And then a little flag came out and went, ugh. COVID is now vaccinated. That's what the flag said. Didn't say bang. See that? I'm custom doing the show for COVID generation. All right, everybody, this has been so fun, and the show is not over. If you are about to kill yourself, put it off for another 30 minutes. Keep in mind, this is all for a good cause, for the Montreal Gazette Christmas Fund, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm saying it right. So thank you for being with us. Now we have a real treat, a real comedian that has probably put thought into this. You all know him. If you're watching from Montreal, you certainly know him. You probably see him out on the streets with a full camera crew following him around. He's our very own Ed TV. Ladies and gentlemen, Montreal's pride and joy, Joey Elias!
That was Derek Seguin, everybody. Derek Seguin. and I just knocked over a skeleton. This is the highlight of my career. I'm not gonna lie. I've done lots of things, been overseas for the troops, done some festivals, but I said, no. If somehow I can play an empty Poutineville off the highway in some part of the province, I don't know, on a night where nobody should have left the house. It's day 5 of, is it a polar vortex? Is that what they're calling it? I call it open the door and lose your testicles. That's all it is. That's how men know if it's cold outside. You open the door and then your nuts disappear. That's why men have Adam's apples and women don't. That's our container for our balls for when it gets cold or wet. And the other thing is, if there's Americans watching, stop blaming your shitty weather on us. You know what I mean? Every time you see an American network, they're like, look at this polar vortex, this chunk of cold air coming down from Canada. It's Canada's fault for why. You never see, Laurie Graham going, oh, look at this surge of ignorance coming up from the States. You never see that. You never see, look at this bold front of racism coming up from the South up the East. Fuck. Just get it straight, people. That's all I'm saying. I've also never done a show where there's just string with what I think are safety pins. Like, did you expect the end of the show for me to come down from the ceiling somehow? Like, by the way, this is also, I don't know if you realize, I know it says we're doing this from Poutineville, but from the look of things, the food court at Cavendish Mall, people. Look at this. This is actual live footage of the Cavendish. Must be so sad now, the Cavendish Mall. It was sad before COVID, and now it just must be tumbleweed and one lost old Jew. Wait, I don't even know what's happening. This is the weirdest time to be alive, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not gonna miss 2020 at all. Is anybody? Nobody's gonna miss 2020. That's right. I actually had the 2 people left run around in different locations and answer multiple times to make me believe that there are multiple people. Also, could you have gotten brighter fucking lights for one person? Honestly, like, what am I on trial for a war crime? What are you doing? Yeah. I wasn't even in fucking Bosnia that year. This is seriously the strangest thing. And I've done some fucked up things in my life, but this is one of them. Like, seriously, I'm talking to a skeleton that's having a glass of wine. And this one, like, just looks like he's, I don't know, this is fun. And look, they made a nice, beautiful sign for acts of kindness. We should bring that up, right? That this is for charity, the Gazette Christmas Fund. It's so, click on the donate right now and then look for your name in the paper. That's what happens, right? You donate, and if we should donate, but as a joke, put our names in the obits.
After this show.
Well, Derek's saying after this show. I don't know if you can hear them. After this show, you have fun finding me. I'm putting myself in the witness protection program, which in Canada means I'm moving to Windsor. That's where everybody that or Port Hope. I don't know if anybody's ever taken the train from Montreal to Toronto. But there's a station called Port Hope. It's not even a station. It's a shack. Why do we stop there? This is what has to happen in the next year, all right? We have to stop doing certain things. One, we have to not let every kid pass. I think this is how we got into this situation. Because if we had smarter kids that we didn't just let fucking pass, we would have figured out that this COVID shit was going to come out sooner. But because Billy, who's a fucking knob, had to pass, he was in charge of the COVID shit, and he's just like, look, it's making funny species colors on the disc. He's a fucking moron, but we had to let him pass. That's got to go. Over. No more everybody. And I'll tell you what, you know how I knew it started? I have a friend, his kid plays hockey, and his kid's 10. And he calls me up. This is before COVID, obviously. And he says, hey, my kid is in the finals. Do you want to go watch the game? He's the goalie. I'm like, yeah, okay, I got nothing to do. right? And he's my best friend. It's like my god kid. I'll go. The kid's team lost 14-1. And first of all, it was awful. And then as the game ends, they all shake hands, and then they line up, and I go to my buddy, what the fuck are they doing? He goes, oh, they're waiting for their medals. Everybody gets a medal. No, not everybody gets a medal. What do you mean everybody? And then he's like, yeah, we're going to take him out for ice cream. No, there's no ice cream. There is a stern fucking conversation with your kid of like, listen, you are shit at being a goalie. In fact, maybe we should look into other sports like chess. That's more your speed. Everybody passes. That's got to stop. Although I do enjoy some aspects of the COVID. You know, I like the fact that I can go to a pharmacy, buy, you know, paper towels and hand moisturizer, and they look at me like I'm being vigilant. You know, there's no more judgment of, oh, what are you doing today? You know, now they're like, thank you. And I'm like, no, thank you. What are we talking about? It's the 19th? That's fun. Has The Sound of Music been on yet? Fuck that movie. I hate this time of year because everybody think, oh, why? First of all, why is that a Christmas movie? Like Die Hard to me is more of a Christmas movie. Yeah, than The Sound of Music. Why? Because here's the thing: The Sound of Music's bullshit. Die Hard could happen, right? Anybody can be held hostage and fucking save the world by yourself, walking through vents. Sure. But my grandparents who survived the Holocaust, I don't remember my grandfather telling me, and then we were running through the Alps, escaping the Nazis, and we turned and looked at one another and went, song? Should we sing? Yeah, let's sing. No, you fucking idiots. They ran. They looked for bread. That's the Sound of Music I'm looking for. Can I just drink for the next, 22 minutes? Also, the other good thing is, I hope handshakes never come back. That was a bonus, right? You don't have to do the awkward, I don't know. I just don't like people. That's what it comes down to. Everybody thinks, oh, Joey's always out and about. And no, I don't like you. I'm not joking. The majority of people, this is what got us into this fucking mess. Nobody listens to one another. And that's why I'm happy to announce that when this is over, vaccine or not, there is never going to be a house party for me in my future. Nope, never going. Never liked them. And I used to go all the time because my ex-girlfriend, and by the way, that's right, I've been single now for a long time because you've heard me talk. That is my best birth control right there. Just open my mouth. Because this may surprise you. I'm not very good in social situations. I'm actually shy if I don't know you. So in these house party situations, I would go, just so we wouldn't argue. And even when you knew it was bullshit. Like we got invited to a barbecue once by her friends that were vegan. That's not a barbecue. That's a glorified salad bar. At no point in a barbecue should you hear the words, oh no, the couscous fell through the grill. That's, it's bullshit. But I would go to these parties so we didn't fight, and I would make sure when I walked in, I would announce myself to everybody, So, hey, yeah, I'm here. Even the blind friend, hey, buddy, Tommy, look, I'm here. See me, feel me. And then I would hide. If it was nice, I'd go outside, find a tree, sit under it. If it was shit, I'd go into the closet somewhere. I like the garage, to be honest. I would just go down there, try to smoke, have a couple of beer, and I was always found by this person. I'm so sad. So sad. My cat died, now I have 7. And again, what do you say? I'm awkward, and now this is the introduction. You're like, look, that is terrible. And I can tell you, having met you for all of 2 minutes, that your cat killed itself. Yeah. I'm willing to bet that it took a running leap off your balcony, landed, and then went up the stairs 8 times and did it again to make sure it was dead. Kind of like I was hoping right now for myself, how I feel right now. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but my soul is being sucked into it. That's how you can hear it. Kind of like, what are you laughing at, you fucking bony? And he's drinking Heineken. If there's ever an ad for Heineken, there it is. Drink Heineken. Yeah, it may kill you, but you'll laugh doing it. Was this left over from Halloween? Is that when the shutdown started? Yeah. All right. Yeah, good job, by the way, Quebec government. I hope you're watching. You did a fantastic job in this pandemic making sure that we couldn't go takeout. Fuck you. Hey, takeout was offensive. That was the big priority in the middle of, people are dying. Yes, but it's pour emporter. I wish I knew more French. I know Derek's bilingual. I went to school. Doesn't really show, but I did. And the French I remember is what I was told every day by my grade 10 teacher. There was tais-toi, sors de ma classe, and tu vas me donner une crise cardiaque. I don't even know what the last one means because she died before she could tell us. And then she would sometimes be like, va au bureau. And I'd be like, but I'm assis at my bureau. How can I go to the bureau if I'm assis at my bureau? I'm like, you're malade à la tête, madame. And then I was sent to English immersion, which I didn't even know existed in Quebec. They actually created something for me, Bill 102. For the people who they know there's no chance of them learning French ever. They're like, yeah, no, he has no hope. Bill 102. It comes with a diploma and a helmet. By the way, can I just say, kudos to Poutineville. I know you're not supposed to have straws, but they do. They're contraband. I know we're not supposed to have them, but they're bendy straws. Those are the best fucking straws in the world. Like if I am going to be reincarnated one day, I hope I come back as a bendy straw. Because look, you can do anything with a bendy straw. I used to, when I was a raging alcoholic, I could drink a beer in under 3 seconds, courtesy of a bendy straw. I hear you at home. Do it. All right, fine. No. I don't drink anymore. I'm old. 48. I can say that still. Just under the wire. 48, going on 15 mentally. I know that because, well, there's many reasons. I still play pull my finger with my friends. I don't know if women are aware of this game. It's when a man tells another male friend to pull their finger so they can fart. If you don't have a game like that, create it. Maybe flick my tit. Do it. Create it. That's the reason I go to yoga still, is because there's farts. Nobody tells you that in the brochure. I don't give a shit about staying healthy. You know, that's what I realized in 2020. Live life like it's your last day. Right? Could have been. And that's the other thing about COVID. I know I'm off topic, but I have ADD and somebody just moved and there was a shiny thing. I don't know if it was tinsel or if the ouvert sign was just put on for the first time. Maybe this guy moved a little bit. I had a drink before the show. And before this, the only drink I had during the pandemic was, I can tell you this, I know the date. June 21st was my parents' 50th anniversary, and we did a drive-by. Well, not a drive-by. It wasn't like our siblings fucking mowed them down, and then we're like, woohoo, the house is ours. No. We stopped, pulled over, did a little celebratory shot, and that was it. And now I'm watching, who was the guy? Oh, it was Craig Ferguson, right? That had the robot. Yeah, what was the guy's name? Do you remember? I don't remember. But that's what I just realized, is that if I could do a Scottish accent, I would. But every accent I can't do any. I'm afraid that I'm going to get the Jewish one. You know, when I'm 50, I'm just going to wake up one morning. I can't believe I made it this far in life and my back kills. And I don't know why, but I want salami in my eggs. When does that happen? It's terrifying. And also, I don't know if you know this, but every old Jewish man, their ears never stop growing. Outwards. Like, have you seen an 85-year-old Jewish man? He's got fucking cones that you would put around your dog not to lick themselves. Like, how are Jewish men deaf? How could you not hear when you have a satellite dish? I wish I remembered some of my material. I honestly should not have had that shot before, because now I'm all whooshy and woozy. But seriously, you talk to somebody during COVID, like during the pandemic, about everybody was programmed that it had to be COVID. You know, like you call somebody, hey, you hear about Neil? No, what happened? Holy crap, he got shot twice in the face, fucking mistaken identity, dead. Well, thank God it wasn't COVID. You're like, you're a fucking idiot. There are people out there, honestly, complaining that they may have to get 2 injections of this vaccine. And if you're one of those people, I say, fuck you, you're an idiot, give me your shot. That's what I say. I want them all. If you're not using them, just email me. I will take them all. I don't care how many. I want to have so many holes that if I attempt to run, I would whistle. I want to become a human splash pad if I drink enough water. And yeah, you can call it selfish, but I'm just calling it, I'm being cautious. That's all it is. The other thing that, again, I tried to stay positive throughout this whole thing. I really did. I read too much. I read, and I watched everybody did this, right? There was Netflix, and then there was the whatever streaming site you had. I honestly, can I just say this? I just looked very quickly to my right and forgot fucking Deadhead over here was on. And I just got scared by Jerry Garcia. If you ever wonder what marijuana does to short-term memory, I told a 30-second story, looked over and was like, oh, fucking, like, oh, that was terrifying. And at my age, I may have shit my pants. And that's the beauty, and that is the beauty of no one being in here. Even with the plexiglass up, I'm pretty sure you may have been able to smell me on this one. What was I talking about before? The ADD and scared myself with the short... Oh, yeah, you bought the Depends once. Yeah, no, I'm good. What was I talking about?
Vaccine.
What?
Vaccine.
Vaccine's old news, buddy. And it's, maybe by this time by the way, is anybody else waiting for the side effects to kick in? On all these? Oh, I can't wait. Honestly, I would fuck around with these people. You know what I mean? Like if I got like a vaccine tomorrow, like in 2 days from now, I would shave my head and give myself like a little tear tattoo and tell them that was the side effect. Apparently, I went to prison and I got anally raped in the shower. That's the side effect of the vaccine. You have to spend an hour and what if, oh, that's what I was talking about. Imagine all the fucking people that saved a turtle over the straws and that was the only way you can take the vaccine. Eh? Would you rather save yourself or a turtle? How do you feel now, you vegan fucks? Turtle soup, that's where it's at. It's for the kids, like Derek was saying. Just remember, every time we say a horrible thing, an angel gets its wings.
A lot of wings today.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, just give the kids the fucking money. Jimmy Stewart on a telethon after he's loaded. Why can't you just give the kids the fucking money? People right now at home under a certain age, you know, they're like pausing or doing whatever to the live feed and doing the, hey Google, who the fuck is Jimmy Stewart? And then it's, of course, the person from Rear Window. It is. He was in Rear Window. Look it up. He's one of the best actors there ever was. That's all. No joking aside. That is the serious thing. No, I was talking about getting older. That's what I was talking about. And how flatulence is funny. See, eventually it comes back. Hopefully this never happens to me when I cross the border again. You know what I mean? All of a sudden that short-term memory kicks in. Hey, where are you going? Whew. You know, the other side of this place, once you let me through. What is the purpose of your visit? To get away from that. Remember that is the best part, I think. I know there could be Americans because we're on everywhere, but that is the best thing for Canadians re-COVID is Americans. You can't come here anymore. Yeah, listen, we love your coin, but boy, it's a lot. You have issues of your own. Why bring them here? You know what I mean? But boy, I watch the news sometimes, and I am amazed at no matter. You know, if you're American, you know your amendments, you know your rights offhand. Like you would watch, you know, the news, and there's a guy in like the white T-shirt without the sleeves, not because he bought it that way. It's just that's the way it's eventually faded. And you know, he's like, you can't take away my guns. That's my 17th Amendment. And if I was like the reporter, I would be like, listen, man, spell amendment. And if you can do so, we will give you a gun. Until then, sit down and learn. Oh, this is so much fun. I can't tell you. I think the last time I had this much fun was the day after I went to the nutritionist for the first time and ended up at the gym. Oh, joy. So much fun. I hope you all have a happy holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate. I know Hanukkah just ended. Is it over now? I don't even know. I'm a terrible Jew. I am. I know. I know I'm a bad. This is how I know I'm a bad Jew. I'm just bad. I'm bad. I don't barter with anybody. I just pay full price. Sometimes I don't even keep a receipt, and that apparently can get you kicked out of the congregation. I don't know. Like my rabbi actually mailed me my foreskin. I don't know if that's like a refund policy, but if anybody knows a good seamstress, I have a piece of skin. Maybe I'll get Holyfield and we'll sew his ear together. Maybe we'll mix up the piece. I'll have a little piece of the ear on my penis and he'll have a little penis on the ear, and then we'll tell people that's the side effect of the vaccine. Is that now you have to listen carefully with your penis and pee through your right ear. Wow, this isn't even alcohol. It's just Diet Pepsi. And I'm not saying I'm shilling, but hey, it's been a tough year, Pepsi Company. You know, if you're looking for a spokesperson, I'm just saying, look at me. Here I am working in a room with skeletons raising money for the Gazette Christmas Fund while drinking Diet Pepsi. Delicious. Even tastier through a bendy straw. Seriously, bendy straws are amazing. Yeah. They aren't cardboard. I don't even. I'm a terrible, like environmentalist. I'm just bad at these things. I try to recycle. I try to do that stuff, and then I'm stuck in my ways. You know what I mean? Like I'm an old guy. Like I'm not old by, maybe I am. I'm like I said, I'm 48, and then maybe by life standards I'm old. But I think I'm old because I still don't understand what I'm allowed to say, and like you're not allowed to say certain, like you have to say little person now, as if that's any less offensive to the person that's a midget. You know, I don't get it. Why do we have to change things? And in the middle of the pandemic, listen, there were movements. They're not done. They are life-changing movements. And again, I want to be conscious. I want to be aware. I want to be part of the solution. But I don't know what to say. You know, I film a segment for Global, and every Sunday at 6. Hopefully brought to you by Pepsi. Poutineville and Diet Pepsi bring you. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. All right, cut. We're just going to talk business. Apparently my Jew just came out. Hey, cut the show. We're going to talk a little business on the side. Have a little nosh. Huh? It's Poutineville. Make yourself something. Go ahead. There's cheese. Honestly, when does that voice kick in? That's terrifying to me. No, but I don't know. And so I'm filming this thing, and one day the camera guy that I always work with, he was working a double, and he calls me and he says, listen, I'm running late and I'm not going to be able to pick you up. Can you meet me where we decided we were going to film? I say, sure. I say, can I do anything to help you out? He says, look, man, I need a large black coffee because if I don't make it, no offense to you, because I'm just going to pass out. I'm tired. I'm like, okay. So here I am, middle of the pandemic, right? Jump into the metro, which is risky. That's right. I live on the edge. I took the metro mid-pandemic. Crazy. And I didn't even have sanitizer on me. Reckless. Anyway, I get out, and the Tim Hortons is open, right? And you were still allowed to walk in as long as you walk out. And somehow, it still takes them an hour and a half to fucking serve you. I don't know if anybody out there is watching that works at Tim Hortons, but let's go. Seriously, you are the slowest fucking people. And it's coffee. It's a button. I'm not getting any younger. I'm trying to stall because I don't remember how this joke goes. So, I get out. I get up to the counter. I know what I have to order. Here's the problem. The person that comes to serve me is black. And now I'm like, can I order what I want to order? Because I don't know if and she's like, hi, what can I get for you? And I'm like, yes. I, being me, would like a large, cup filled with coffee. Just regular, untouched, pure from the bean. She's like, you want a black coffee? I'm like, yeah, you can say it. You know what I mean? Like, I can call it a Jew roll. You call it a bagel. For all the Jews out there, next time you go to a Tim Hortons, go, yeah, I'll take a double-double and a Jew roll. See how they react. It's the greatest, especially here in Quebec. They're so open to different ideas and concepts. It's wonderful. Are we almost done? Almost. Yeah. Do we know how much money we've raised? Not enough! Not enough. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to do like 7 more minutes. But you know what? I haven't done this trick in a long time, and I'm not going to do it because I'm not crazy. But I will explain how it's done. If you want to try this, get a bottle of beer, and you get a bendy straw, and then you put the straw in, and you bend it, and if this is like the beer bottle, right? You just do that, and then put a seal around everything. Just leave a little bit like that, and it causes a funnel, and then you can beer bong it within like 3-4 seconds. All right, I'm going to do it. I'll take a Coors Light. I'm going to do it, but here's the deal. If I throw up, everybody doubles the donation they've already made. If I don't throw up, you're going to double the donation that you've already made. Either way, I have not done this in over 10 years. We used to call this a Llewellyn. If you're watching from Sudbury, or if anybody's originally from Sudbury, I know Derek has been up to Sudbury numerous times. There's a school district called Llewellyn, and it's named after that because apparently the kids used to get very drunk on school premises. So this is a courtesy to them, and it's for the kids. I hope you have a great holiday. I'm going to say goodnight before my last joke in case this goes horribly wrong. No, I got this one. This is seasoned. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. By the way, before I do this, a big round of applause wherever you are at your house. Maybe you're watching in your car, maybe according to all those commercials, in the freezing cold, you're sitting outside because your shitty kids have stolen your television, your laptop, and everything else. But Steve at Poutineville and Dave Trentadue, they put this together. They contacted Derek. Derek came out of the gym because I don't know if you've seen that commercial, but his legs are fucking amazing. If I had legs like that, I would only perform in a skirt. And so thank you guys and everybody who tuned in, made a donation. It's wonderful. Oh, I feel like I'm Springsteen, and I know I have to play Born to Run, even though I don't want to play Born to Run. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of committed. All right, here we go. You ready? Oh, my God, another drink? That's what I love about this job, by the way. What other job can you be in the middle of doing whatever, you know what I mean? And then somebody brings you a drink. You can't be like, oh, excuse me, ma'am. Yeah, can you bring the pilot a drink of their choice? I really didn't think we were going to make it through that takeoff, but fuck, he nailed it. That was great. No turbulence. A Caesar? Make it a double. It's on me. You know what I mean? So, here we go again. Whew, for the kids. By the way, does anybody want to just make sure this is full?
It's full.
Okay. Like I feel, you want to check? Check. Check, it's full? Wake up, you fucking wise ass. This is the end of The Sopranos that we never saw. All right. All right, so that was for the kids. I think we just double. Listen, my father never bought me anything when we went to the fair. How come that girl with the red hair at the bus stop when I was 12 told me fuck off? I don't know. Woof, that feels really good, actually. All right, time to do another 45. I knew something was missing in my life, and it was alcohol. So if you've taken nothing away from tonight's show, children, alcohol helps everything. Cheers. All right, well, that was the big finale. I was going to do a backflip, but after that beer, I feel like the Edmund Fitzgerald. It's just dead. It's sunk. It's going nowhere. And Gordon Lightfoot, I hope, sings a song about my gut. I love Gordon Lightfoot. I've given away too much information about me. Seriously, I think on behalf of everybody, so Derek, we thank you. Samara thanks you. The camera crew, thank you guys for doing this. And again, Steve at Poutineville here in Vaudreuil, Dave Trentadue, thank you guys for putting this on. And hey, we'll see you at in 2021 here, live, with no plexiglass. Get your vaccine. And if I see you without a mask, I don't give a shit. I'm kicking you in the face.